The witch hunts were never about witches. Welcome back. I am Adeline Atlas, 11 times published author, and this is the Great Series, where we discuss the greatest minds to ever live and what it means to be intellectually gifted. They weren't burning witches, they were burning knowledge. For centuries, the image has been fixed in our minds. A twisted woman in a crooked hat, whispering incantations in the night, dragged to the square to face the flames. That is the myth we inherited. The truth is much stranger and far more revealing. The people condemned as witches were rarely sorcerers. They were knowledge holders, midwives who understood the body better than the priest, herbalists who knew how to coax healing out of plants, stargazers who mapped the heavens with quiet precision, women who could read and write at a time when literacy itself was an act of rebellion. Their crime was not spells or demons. Their crime was knowing too much and knowing it outside the control of authority. The institutions of the time church, monarchy, and university alike could not tolerate knowledge that bypassed their monopoly. If a midwife could deliver a baby without a blessing, the priest lost power. If a healer could cure with leaves and roots, the relics and rituals of the church were exposed as fragile. If a woman could track the rhythms of the moon and connect them to fertility, she carried independence that no patriarchal hierarchy could tolerate. Even mathematics was called a cult when it revealed patterns beyond theology's grasp. What the institutions could not interpret, they feared. What they feared, they branded. What they branded, they destroyed. And so the figure of the witch was born. Not as a real practitioner of sorcery, but as a scapegoat, a mask used to cover the real offense, knowledge existing beyond the reach of power. The word witch became a convenient container for every form of independence that could not be absorbed by the system. It was easier to say a woman was consorting with demons than to admit she was literate. Easier to claim a healer was dangerous than to admit the church could not match her remedies. Easier to burn an astronomer as heretical than to admit the heavens did not revolve around the earth.